Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Elena. I'm thinking that this YouTube channel can be kind of an art channel, maybe also animation. I've been putting off starting this channel for a long time, so I think it's about time that we just try it and know that maybe the first 100 videos might be kind of bad, but you know, that's okay. We all have to start from somewhere, so that's what I'm kind of thinking. So this is my newest D&D character, Nemaya. A friend of mine is DMing the Tomb of Annihilation adventure. And if you don't know what that is, basically in the Tomb of Annihilation, it's in the basic D&D world. What is happening right now is that there's this plague going around where adventurers who were risen from the dead previously are starting to shrivel up and die, and then they can't be revived again like they were before. So there's just this really crazy death plague basically claiming all the adventurers who were able to escape death. The Tomb of Annihilation campaign adventure takes place on this peninsula called Cholt, I believe. And this adventure is known for being very dangerous. A lot of people have to have multiple characters over the campaign, so it's a little bit intimidating, but I think it should be a really fun adventure. The character I made was Nemaya, ideal. She's a tiefling paladin, and mostly I chose that class and that race was because I've never played a tiefling or a paladin before, so I thought that it would be really fun to try two new things at the same time. Mostly because I'm used to kind of being squishy characters. Like, I love to play bards. I have played a bard probably like 3 or 4 times, so I think that it's about time I started branching out a little bit and trying something new. I've decided that Nemaya grew up in Baldur's Gate, and I know that there's another campaign adventure that's supposed to be set there, but I don't know anything about it, so no spoilers. But just generally speaking, I needed her to come from somewhere, so I decided on Baldur's Gate. Her father was a blacksmith and her mom was an adventurer. And then she also has a younger sister who's also a paladin, who is totally not my backup character. Nope. The reason Nemaya is going out on this adventure is because her mother was raised from the dead and she's starting to get sick and not feel good, and so Nemaya wants to try and take care of this as soon as possible so that she can still spend time with her family. Nemaya also lost her father a few years before the death plague to a horrific work accident. There was a fire, and there was no way that they could raise her father back from the dead. So she's trying really hard to make sure that she keeps her family together for as long as possible. She doesn't want to lose anybody else. The reason that I'm drawing this little doodle is for a token. So we're playing on the website Roll20, and I needed my character to have a little token, and it's like a private game, so I probably could have just found some clip art or something, but I decided that I wanted to draw something by myself, so that's where this is coming from. I also didn't think that this drawing needed to be really detailed or complicated because it's supposed to be like this tiny little dot on a screen for me to be represented. But I thought that it would be a nice little starting video. I feel like even though I've been using Photoshop for a while, I'm still not super used to how the tools work. Recently I found out about this lasso tool / masking layer trick where you lasso tool the entire character so that she's all outlined, and then you make a masking layer, and then you color them in that way by selecting the whole character at first, and then after that you go in and select each piece of like clothing or like their hair and their face separately so that you can color those things without having to worry about going outside of the lines and having to erase all the time. I'm still trying to get used to that because I used to just color it in kind of like it was traditional art or something. Also, I feel like I'm way more familiar with GIMP even though I haven't used GIMP for like 5 years or so. Did anyone else use GIMP? It's kind of like a free version of Photoshop, and I feel like it's a little simpler. And I think it's still out there. I think they're still updating it all the time. So if anyone's wondering, GIMP is a nice free program. I think that learning Photoshop has been really fun. And despite being an animation major in college, I didn't really learn a whole lot about using Animate / Flash or Photoshop. And I'm just kind of wondering why I was never taught how to use these awesome tools and all that stuff, but I'm really glad that there are YouTube tutorials out there. In the description box, I think I'll link the tutorial that I followed to learn this technique. The YouTuber is really awesome. I need to look up her name actually. I'll look up her name. The YouTuber's name is Nadia XL. She was awesome, and the way that she explained it really helped me figure it out. She is adorable, and I really loved watching her tutorial, so that will be in the description box. I think I'd like to do more videos like this in the future, maybe with my other D&D characters, or on Instagram I've been doing these historical Disney princess drawings, so maybe I'll record myself doing the next one, which I think will either be Elanwi or Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I'm not really sure which one I want to do first. Both of them I've had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out which century I want to put them in for, like Elanwi, and then for Belle I'm having a hard time pinpointing fashion that goes with the direct decade that I wanted to go with, so we'll have to see how that works out, but that's on there. I've also been wanting to redo one of the animations I did for my final in college, so I've been working on the backgrounds and stuff, and that's just taking a long time because I'm trying to make it look really pretty. To be honest, thanks to the plague that we are all enduring right now, that final project didn't go as well as I had hoped it would. I think I'll still end up posting the original, but I also want to redo it in Flash or Animate and really give it the life that I wanted to, and really work on it and make it look the way that I wanted it to look. So that is something I'm working on right now. If anybody is really interested in those projects, leave that in the comments below, or give this video a like so that I know that this is the kind of content you want to see from me. I'm really excited to try and upload every once in a while. Now that I have a full-time job, it can be really difficult to make time to do the art that I want, but I think that showcasing it here on this channel will help me want to create more and maybe want to kind of archive what I've been up to and just kind of showing how I've grown. So that'll be kind of fun. I really look forward to adding more on here. Now I'm just kind of finishing up, putting in the shading and the highlights where I think that it needed it so that the character doesn't look too flat. But like I said, I wasn't going super detailed on this one, and I do have a little bit of a harder time doing really intricate details on characters. I think I prefer a lot of the more flat colors and flat tones and things like that, that flat blocked color look. I think that comes from me really liking cartoons still and loving how anime is so beautiful, and it has to do more with the movement than how intricate something is. I'm totally one of those people who is in love with the earlier Disney movies, all of the 2D animated films I love from Disney. So just that kind of look is always something that I really like to emulate in my art and really looking at and watching. This was my first speed paint drawing video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all like Nemaya's design, even though it's really simple. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!